Martial arts, karate, I bust you down like Itachi, cause you your Jin Hachi. Straight kamikaze, I'm talking to bodies as I go straight brawly. Your niggas could hardly be me, I'm not part of the sea. I'm part of the sea like Moses. No psychosis, the hocus pocus. I put importance to stay focused. Ignore all the BS on my timeline, I throw a lifeline for those thinking I ain't about mine. Hit you upside your head with a tie iron. Can't be your time if it's my time. The set to be patient, I'm patiently waiting. It's driving me crazy, cause lately the odds that I'm facing is basic and basically tragically hating. Anticipating my fall, they want it all for themselves. So I made the call, no need to stall. I go and get them all off with the shelf. I take affirmative action, I'm blasting and laughing of how you're reacting to my satisfaction of cashing injections and Benjis and Wilsons. The life that you always imagined. Brother from the goal, yeah. If you ever see him go, it's Holocaust or Holy Ghost. Overcome or overflow, yeah. Either way it's overdose. Watch you walk or comatose, penetrating to your soul, yeah. Tit for tat and toe for toe, pound for pound and blow for blow. You would never see me fold, nah. Claiming that what you don't know, that is how you get exposed. Left for dead with bullet holes.
Leave it alone, promises all day. Pensando cómo lo puedo lograr, en cómo lo puedo hacer, cómo cuido a mi mamá y también a mi bebé. Solo tengo que josear y eso ya me lo sé. Hay días que despierto sin ánimo, pero me tengo que motivar, que nadie te va a ayudar, que no lo vaya a lograr. Eso dicen los demás, pa'l carajo los demás, que aquí pues se les va a enseñar. Aquí les caigo y les traigo un talento que lo dejan bien pálido. Se sorprendieron, algunos dijeron que estos son pa' los que sí tienen talento. De verdad, se jodió todo porque yo nunca voy a parar de josear. Ya, pero un día, ojalá yo con ganar doble A. Dile a Mike Taves que me tire para hacer un collab. Sin pijama, Nachi, que me invite a la casa. Ojalá, ojalá, ja.
Figure the boss is back, you know what that means? The tap tap tap, shots will go off, I'm calling the shots. I am the boss, I'm writing the plots. Who's counting the cost, providing the knots? You are the lost, connect all the dots. There's only one God, they casting their lots. Age of AI, age of the bots. There's plenty who have, way more have nots. I promise to get it, the work isn't finished. Exhausted, diminished, we rest and replenish. Your boy is a menace, shout out to Dennis. With a vicious cycle, can't moonwalk back in time like Michael. Only travel on through time like 5-0, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I go psycho. That's my word, hand on the Bible. I'm no disciple. I'm just a man with plenty of rivals, plenty of rifles, plenty of ways to make you crumble, stumble, or stifle. I've said a mouthful, I've seen a knifeful. Times I've been doubtful, times I'm delightful, times I know nothing, times I'm insightful, times I've been humble from being so prideful. I'm no machine now, I'm no Christ sure. All of these things now I'm trying to be mindful. Live for the things that I'm willing to die for. I feel the pressure, I felt depression, I have felt lesser, still learning life lessons. I've shared my treasures, my name's still not mentioned, but life does get better. But when is the question?
But when is the question? When is the question? We're here. Your boy Odovino Vega, Chop Chop. You already know what it is. It's been a minute. A lot of shit going on. Really busy. Been really busy lately. Probably caught me go live on YouTube every now and then playing this very exact game that I'm about to react to, or at least the next one down the line. I've been playing the one that's present right now, but there's one coming down the line, which is part 7 that I'm going to do a quick reaction to. Hearing a lot of good things from the showcase that happened today on the at the Gamescom premiere that they had for opening night. So a lot of my people's already checked it out. A lot of the homies that you see me play with every now and then on those lives on YouTube. You've only seen it there because I'm doing it straight off the PlayStation that I'm using, but I'm gonna do a quick reaction to that. I don't think I should get flagged on YouTube for watching it, considering it's like a public viewing, I don't know, trailer type thing. So we'll see. Hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully I can watch right through it. I don't think they're making any kind of money off of the video. I think it's just for promotional use anyway. So hopefully we can go ahead and view this showcasing that they had today of the game maybe even I'll check out to see if we can view the trailer, or the showcasing trailer or gameplay trailer that happened today prior to the showcasing of the game. Yeah, other than that, if there's room for some other things, we'll go ahead and jump into that. I mean, there's a lot of things I low-key been wanting to talk about, but just kind of had a lot going on. So that being said, yeah, like I said, we'll see how this live goes. But for sure, the main thing is just a first reaction from my part on Civ 7 that just played today. I think I have someone in the backstage. I'll probably bring him on while this thing's playing. So let's go ahead and look for that right quick. Let's get things started here. I want to say it's been a while since I did this, so I want to say this is how you do it. Bam. Let's go with. There we go. Okay. So let's play this.
Throughout our history, ordinary people have done extraordinary things, illuminating our potential. They inspired movements, created the impossible, and destroyed the indestructible. Ordinary people chose to change the world, chose to dream, to build, to hope, to always hope. And if there's hope for one of us,
correct. This is
there's
the
hope for us all. Now it's
Game of
your turn
Thrones,
to
huh?
reimagine civilization and build something you believe in.
Holy moly! Yeah, I was for sure the chick from Game of Thrones.
New narrator, bro.
She's the narrator?
She's the new narrator, bro.
Oh, hell.
Hello, Civ fans. On behalf of all of us here at Firaxis Games, we'd like to welcome you
This is
to
the
a first
mixed
look
version
at
because
the
this
next
is
chapter
obviously
in our
not how it
Civilization
was.
franchise, Civilization 7. You know,
Hey, how am I
looking back
signing?
30 years
How am I
ago,
signing over there?
Civilization was created during a
What was that?
How am I sounding over here? Because I'm traveling.
You sounding all right. So far.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm about
both
to
of us are gonna sound
myself.
a bit muffled in the background while this is going on, though. So,
Okay, no, yeah, no problem.
all right. First off, talk about the original civilizations, dude. Okay, all right. Let's get back to it. Definitely gonna get back to it. Hold on. Let's just.
time when we were still learning what games could really be.
Dude.
We were searching for that next big challenge to take on, which led us to thinking, what could be greater than putting the entire history of the world into a video game and make it fun? 3 decades later, it's because of your passion, your love for Civ, that we're still here today. In every game of Civ, you've gone on a journey to build an empire to stand the test of time. And now the journey continues. Prepare to take just one more turn on February 11th, 2025, when we launch Civilization 7 across PC and consoles, all on day one, for the first time in franchise history. This is by far the biggest, the most ambitious game we've ever made at Firaxis.
Let's go.
It represents a significant gameplay evolution for the Civ franchise, and it's a game we plan to support for many years to come. Today, you'll learn about the vision for the game, the driving force that inspired our biggest new feature. You'll see your Civ world brought to life like never before, and you'll discover why Civilization 7 promises to be a revolutionary new chapter in this franchise that we all love so dearly. Please and joy.
Dude.
Civilization is the foundation of Firaxis. Whether you've been playing since the MS-DOS days or have joined us more recently, we're so grateful for your continued passion and support. When you walk around our studio, you can feel the energy and excitement. You can see how inspired.
Quick question. Did she say Firaxis?
I think I just heard that too.
And is that what it is? Because this whole time I could have sworn I've heard people call it Firaxis.
Me too.
All right.
I could have sworn of that too. I think
Okay.
that was like her mistake.
Yeah, clearly she's really not in it. No,
Bro,
I'm just playing.
can we talk
I
about?
mean, I do wonder. Now I am kind of curious. Like, what is it really like? Is it Firaxis or Firaxis?
Yeah, right. The
Okay.
old school, the old school though. That old school gameplay though, right?
Oh, I mean, oh well, that's what I'm really hoping I see more of. But like, man, remember I mentioned that how you back in the day, you'd see the full battle like between the units you have there, not just this like 1-on-1 type thing. Or I mean, they kind of had it where it's like 3-on-3 in Civ 6,
Yeah.
you know, but like it doesn't
Yeah.
really, do it justice, like not the way it used to look.
Right,
And
right.
it looks like they brought it back, but let's see what they say. Let's see if they really break it down when we get into it. Which is just amazing though, because this is one of the things I mentioned in our Civ 7 demands.
Oh man, man, dude, honestly, just seeing that right now is giving me little like, it's giving me nostalgic feeling. Honestly, when they showed the old school Civs, all that stuff.
Sure.
Dude, I remember you putting me on like to Civ 3. Well, to be honest, I remember just seeing Civ 3 around around the house, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then finally, like one day, I guess you woken up. You know what I'm saying? You awoke. You started playing Civ 3, and that's that Civ 4 was already out. I remember, and like you just didn't have the money for it. Like we were like kids. I guess we just didn't have the money for it.
Right.
And then, but then you guys did have the PlayStation, and then Civ Rev came out. That was, hey man, but hey, let me not take much more time. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, we'll get back to it. I mean, this video is like about 25 minutes, so
yeah, we got to get into it. So
no,
yeah.
for sure. We'll discuss more for sure.
Our people are to come in and build the next Civ game.
Civilization is the ultimate historical strategy game. Your goal in Civ is to build an empire to stand the test of time. You select a civilization led by a famous historical leader and guide your Civ's journey across the entire span of human history. You shape your empire piece by piece, from what technologies you want to research to what civics you want your society to uphold. And you compete with others on the world stage, engaging in diplomacy, negotiating alliances, and sometimes going to war.
In every civilization game, your empire has always been represented by a single civilization. You play through the entire span of history as that one civilization. This time around, we want to take you on a new journey.
For the first time ever, in Civilization 7, the story of your empire isn't just that of a single Civ, but several, connected together through time. At the dawn of each new age of human advancement, you'll select a new Civ to represent your empire. You'll build on and carry forward your previous achievements while unlocking new gameplay bonuses to reinforce or pivot your strategy. And by the end, you'll have forged a unique path through history. To show you what we mean, let's take you through the story of one such empire.
Wait a minute. What is going on?
It is the dawn of a new age. The age of antiquity. where humanity begins to take its first steps into the annals of history. The great pharaoh, Hatshepsut, leads the civilization of ancient Egypt. Among the arid desert lands and a winding river, the seeds of our people are rooted in sand and water. To discover what treasures and dangers lie beyond, a brave scout begins to survey and map the surrounding lands. As our population grows, a new granary is built to store food for hungry mouths. Its location decided, a new district is formed. And
it kind of gives me Civ 5 vibes, I think.
Dude,
right?
And like
the way the city structures are together, but not only that, it
even
just
like
seems
even Civ 3 vibes. I remember you playing Civ 3 and like where like the districts were like man, dude, I don't explain it, dude.
Was
It's
that
like
Civ
a
3
lot.
or Civ 4? I don't
it was
remember
Civ
which
3.
Civ it was, but you're right. That's what I'm saying. I know there was like a past Civ that kind of has implemented this way of building
No, but I
around the
think
city
you're right
that
about
makes it look like it's all connected.
and I mean I think you're right though about the Civ 5 though too, because I think Civ 5 did like have that feature as well, but like more like modern and futuristic.
Man, okay. But then she said granary, and it was like outside of the city. Usually,
Saw that, and then it was a literal district, bro. Like
yeah, that's what I mean. Like usually the granary is The granary is part of the
city
main
center.
The city center. Exactly. There you go. Okay.
City center district. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it going.
Construction begins. With more food available, our people look to make improvements to the land. An ancient fruit ripe for cultivating is spotted. Dates will provide more sustenance for our citizens, and their sweetness will make the people happy. A plantation is constructed to harvest this valuable resource. Over time, our city continues to grow as more urban and rural, an ancient fruit ripe for cultivation. A new district is formed, and construction begins. With more food available, our people look to make improvements to the land. An ancient fruit ripe for cultivating is spotted. Dates will provide more sustenance for our citizens, and their sweetness will make the people happy.
Dude. Okay. That's new, right?
Bro, it's so much like what we were just talking about, bro.
First off, shout out to the homie Pinpoint Gaming in the comment section. Let's just want to make sure I show love to the brother.
I didn't see him. Ah, my boy. What's up, Pinpoint?
But yeah,
I would say though, like the immersiveness that the game is having right now, bro, that it's showing at least, is crazy, bro.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm going to play it back just a little bit.
Population grows. A new granary is built to store food for hungry mouths. Its location decided, a new district is formed, and construction begins. With more food available, our people look to make improvements to the land. An ancient fruit ripe for cultivating is spotted. Dates will provide more sustenance for our citizens, and their sweetness will make the people happy. Plantation is constructed to harvest this valuable resource. Over time, our city continues to grow as more urban and rural developments spring forth.
I like this.
We pursue advancements in technology.
Yeah, I want to say this is more reminiscent to Civ 5, the way it's looking so far. I want to say it was Civ 5, between Civ 5 and Civ 4. I'm more on the Civ 5 aspect, but I do like it so far. I like the way it looks. I will say, Pinpoint. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but from earlier, I would also say that they definitely are. They've incorporated more immersive scenery from what it looks like. But let's see if they show more of that. As we go forward.
To serve the needs of our people. Breakthroughs in irrigation further enhance our food production, while sailing unlocks our ability to traverse the nearby waters. It is now possible to journey further and expand our empire.
Oh,
with a deft hand.
First off, let's point that out.
Yes.
If that's the way it's showing,
Yes, bro.
you know what I mean? If that's the way it's showing, then remember in Civ 6 right now, you have to unlock another discovery or another technology type thing in order to have your units start sailing, even though you've already discovered sailing, like when you build a city next to the waters.
Not only that, it like honestly is gonna show, like, okay, it would give you the bonus already sometimes, but like you know how like when you're fighting, with warriors like across waters and stuff, like it's really gonna like show that we probably might not be able to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's keep going.
Right. Okay, let's do this.
Our scout travels along a navigable river.
Dude,
their
that's
tenacity is rewarded with the discovery of a breathtaking series
See
of
that wonder?
waterfalls.
See that wonder?
This natural wonder of the world attracts the imagination of our people, and brave settlers begin the long trek to claim new land for the Egyptian Empire. A new town is established near the majestic falls. The town starts from humble beginnings and is initially used to gather nearby resources. Perhaps in the future, this town will grow large enough to specialize and gain its own identity as a city. Our expansion does not go unnoticed.
Yeah, we just heard that.
A foreign scout is spotted, revealing the existence of a nearby independent power.
Whoa!
Initial hostilities are tempered over time as friendly relations begin to form.
Yo!
And peace does not dampen our ambitions.
Look at that.
Our people strive forth to create great wonders the world has never seen before. As we continue to expand and explore the continent, we encounter new civilizations. They are eager to engage in a bartering of ideas and goods. Trade routes are established, providing mutual access to each empire's resources. But our rapid growth does not go unnoticed. Our neighbors' ambitions rival our own, setting us on a collision course. War is no longer avoidable. A great army is raised, led by formidable commanders who spur our forces quickly across the land. Spears and arrows make way for iron swords and armor. The battles are fierce.
All right, so come on now. Come on now. Bro, this is exactly what I was talking about, but like on 10. Dude.
Bro, that is amazing, bro.
That was dude, first off.
Can we talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about what this guy said about choosing a whole different leader. But like,
we're not there yet. It hasn't really shown how that works yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to hear, like, I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Go. We gotta.
Yeah, no, but I mean, in order to not get flagged, Pinpoint mentioned like we have to continually pause the game. There's a video talk about it a bit, you know. That way, I guess it's not like us
Oh, I
just
hear
reviewing
you.
the
Okay.
video and kind of just stealing potential views for them or something. That way, this is like
Okay,
a
I see.
pure reaction video to what we're watching.
Okay, okay.
Um, so that's why I'm like right now touching on what I'm seeing, and that's the obvious what I brought up the last time I entered Civ 7 demands, which was a more immersive battle battle between armies, you know, because it used to be like that in the
Yeah,
old Civs, and it's just cool to see that they've brought that back on a more modern scale, you know.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
it looks like you're able to use maybe great generals or leaders to lead your armies, but like even in old fashioned where they would have the servants holding them in their chairs, you know, that's
Yep.
cool,
And
man.
look at this map though too. Like it looks like, because like if you see, it looks like things around it is attacked. You know what I'm saying? Compared to
Yep.
like what's, oh man, that's so cool, man.
And then so then it talked about independent towns or cities. I wonder if those are like
You
city
heard that,
states,
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or are those their own
Well,
kind of, I don't know, something different. And then
no. So
kind
from what I'm
of,
understanding, like I'm understanding is that you create a town and then, like, sometimes I don't know if you, well, instead of, like, I guess if population is like strong enough in one city, that city becomes your capital or type deal, or deal, not your capital, but I mean that's how it was in
well, you're talking about something different, though. So let's talk about that, though. So yeah, you build your own town, right? Now that town is still under your protection, I'm assuming, right?
right,
Or
and
under your power. I
once
don't know.
right,
It,
and then
it it's
I'm
interesting.
guessing,
I will say because it gives me. I don't know if it was Civ 3 or if it was Civ Call to Power, where you know how now in Civ you need to, in order to like gain a resource, it has to be within your territory.
yeah.
Before it wasn't like that. Before
Oh
you
really?
can actually create outposts that receive um that you were able to gain resources or from resource tiles out of your territory, as long as it was an outpost. And I think the requirement was building a road, like a road, a path to it from your city
Oh
to
man,
the
that's
out to the
crazy.
tile, and then you can create an outpost where
Oh
you
wow.
know. So that used to be a thing, and then took that
Yeah,
out. So
like
I wonder if it almost seems like this is like something similar because um yeah, like it almost seemed like that even that town and that river that it was built, it was out of the city, um, I guess territory,
right.
which is just really cool though, because I mean that's more realistic. You can tell they're going in a more you know realistic route with that because it's like yeah, you got cities, but within cities there's towns and neighborhoods and then smaller cities. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
especially in ancient times,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Um, obviously nowadays, like everything's so integrated on what I'm looking for on a infrastructure type level. But yeah, back then that's exactly what it was like. Um, that was cool to see. Um,
Yeah.
and River, that's good. That wasn't a thing.
You know, and, and even honestly though, like I get what you're saying. Oh, I'm get like, how about like your neighbors? You know what I'm saying? Like like, does that mean like your allies? Does that mean city states too? Like as you were saying, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because it showed it said an independent power or something like that, and it was
you
like a
know,
city without a flag. you know.
With that, you
It
saw
almost
the right, like it didn't have no like or like what do you call it, insignia or something like that, or not
what
even
happened?
like what do you call those things that you usually have like on the in the flag, like the logo, like
Oh, the
insignia, like
emblem, the emblem.
emblem, man. Like there was like no emblem to their flag. It was
Right,
like
exactly.
blank,
You know, so like I wonder,
and it's so
are those the city state versions in this game? You know?
and like the way how immersive it was with it, like like how
Yeah,
you could actually like what I'm saying, like it was more of a like it wasn't like okay city state you're getting or like how in Civ 6 was where you were getting some bonus from like from this religious state, city state, from the militia state, type of deal. This is more
right.
like different. It's like resource trade is what I'm saying, it's all separate almost. From
Right.
I don't know if that's again if that was like a city state, because that was pretty. I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was wild, dude. Definitely wild. Let's go ahead and press play here and see what else they show us.
We emerge victorious.
Good. Hey, this guy's haircut.
But the challenges of this age
Work in progress, it says, subject to change. So a lot of what we're seeing might not even be the final way it's displayed, you know?
I would
Like
say,
that's
yeah, the graphics for me is kind of funny for me a little bit, but at least in the characters,
what do you mean?
everything else, like as in like the like this, what I'm seeing right now, like well, okay, so geographical like scenery, like this looks beautiful. I'm not even gonna complain about it. Like this is more than what I expected, to be honest. Like it looks like you could build on hills now. But it's like a little different, style of art, right? I should say. Um, I don't know if I'm like feeling it yet, but we'll see.
Right, that time
But
will
I'm
tell.
digging, dude. Yeah, I'm digging everything, dude. I'm digging everything. There's nothing about it that's like hasn't changed my mind. I'm like, oh, this is not gonna be worth it. I think like
Right.
honestly, like whatever. It just reminds me, just like I guess like I don't know. I just gotta see what they have to like. At least as far as character wise, character selection, what they got. Because I don't even know who that guy with that bowl cut. That guy looks funny as hell.
Well, we still got 15 minutes to see if they show us some more. Let's see what else they have to show us.
have shaken our mighty Egyptian empire to its core. The world changes. We feel the pages of history turn as the age of antiquity comes to a close. A new age of human advancement
That's
approaches.
Mhm.
The age of exploration. A new age brings forth new challenges and new opportunities. New technologies to research. New resources to acquire. New lands to explore.
Oh,
If we are to take on the challenges of this new age, we must adapt and select a new civilization to represent our empire. One that is better equipped to take on the challenges of the exploration age. This new civilization builds on top of its past legacy, and our actions in this age will inevitably influence a future yet to come. As we evolve, so too do our neighbors. The stage is set. A new age begins.
wait.
Will you follow a path set by history? Or will you pivot and forge something new? What kind of empire will you make? What strategies will you pursue? The future is yours to create. In Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Were you able to see who she or who they went with? And the pivoting point, who was the other civilization? Were you able to see that?
What do you mean between Egypt and like?
Yeah, what was the following one? I couldn't really quite make it out.
It looked like Rome to me.
Is that what it was?
I can't. I'm probably gonna be fooled because I'm used to Rome being purple and gold type deal, and that's what
Oh,
kind
you're
of,
talking about color wise.
yeah, that's the kind of color scheme I got.
Oh, okay. I was trying to see if you
But
caught the word. I couldn't really make out what the word said. The name, there was like a name there when they clicked on it because it was better suited for exploration. I'm like, huh?
so
Like I
that's
couldn't
what's
really.
crazy, right? Like, so did you see? Like, that's what I wanted to. Like, that's
Well, if anything, I'll let's see what happens as we keep moving forward. Introducing ages. So now we're gonna see the different ages that are in the game. So
The journey of Hatshepsut, brought to life by our wonderful new narrator, Gwendolyn Christie, is just one potential path you can take in Civilization 7. This is made possible by our biggest new feature, Ages. Ages are inspired by a transformational idea for Civ, that history is built in layers.
okay, so interesting. Yeah, okay. When I was first hearing the word ages, I was thinking eras. So I was like,
eras. Okay,
I was thinking, how's this new? But no, ages. It's for sure a new concept. Okay. All right, and it's coming, which is okay, which makes sense and 100% true. Okay, let's check it out.
This idea is a way of understanding how civilizations have grown, changed, and evolved over time.
Think of the first civilizations of the world as creating an initial foundation. As a civilization grows, new layers are added to that foundation in the form of things like technologies, schools of thought, and cultural norms. At some point, civilizations, faced with a crisis that defines their time, must evolve. When that happens, these past layers don't disappear. Instead, they now serve as a new foundation for the new civilization. As the cycle repeats, connecting the past, present, and future together.
Instead of playing as one single civilization across every age, you'll evolve your empire into a new civilization for each new age. One that is suited to take on the historical challenges of that time.
Oh, dude. So, okay. Obviously, a lot more to break down or to see, but what I will say for now is I feel like it's almost kind of tackles the idea we kind of mentioned in our Civ 7 demands when we talk about different leaders.
you right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
No.
Remember, we were referring to like, we were kind of like almost throwing shade because like they give so many leaders for a certain civilization, but like
Oh,
limited to other civilizations when there's, and then we kind of like said like only speaking on our own, like America's whatever, that there's so many
right.
great in America that how come we're limited to two while so and so like I think it was like we were complaining about China having like 10,000 leaders. Saying great leaders.
Right.
Um,
Right.
I feel like this might be like and again, who knows if they even watch their videos, but it almost seems like it's a response, to what we brought up, and maybe other people have mentioned that as well.
Right. Right.
But I feel like it's kind of responding to that. Not necessarily that's exactly what we mentioned, but it kind of is because it almost sounds like each age introduces a new leader that introduces a new civilization. It almost seems that way, but at the same time, I don't know because it looked like the lady was still the same when it came to the people, the leader interactions. So
Right. Right.
let's see.
Every age is designed to be like a historical sandbox, as a way to really immerse yourself in that time. Almost everything inside an age is exclusive to that age. That includes things like which technologies and civics you can research, what resources are available to be gained, which independent powers surround you, to even things like gameplay systems and civilizations, all unique to that age.
Having unique civs for each age is something we're really excited about. In the past, every civ needed to be balanced across a game that spans all of history. This naturally resulted in things like late era civs being strong in the late game, but weak early on.
Right.
Now, we can balance around the age itself. This means we can give every civ bonuses, units, and buildings that are always relevant and powerful. Having exclusive civs per age is also great for historical immersion. Every age feels like an epic showdown of some of the great powers of that time.
We'll have 3 ages for you to play.
Oh, I see.
If I'm understanding that correctly, it's almost as if they did hear our response because, or what we said, because I mentioned that. I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned how it's funny how, certain world leaders, even within the game, are like of a different era, and then even certain civilizations, obviously from a different era or different age, whatever, as they're calling it, which gives them, like as they mentioned, certain perks within that era. It was eras because the units are per era, like
Right.
it would be like medieval era unit or whatever, things like that. But I always thought it was funny to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you still have like your later on civilizations, like that are more prominent, like in the industrial era, and so forth. So it's crazy. It's not that I always felt the way the guy said, how it always seems like you're in a disadvantage, but it kind of does, because sometimes I still felt like it kind of balanced itself out. Like in my mind, I always thought to myself, well, if I could survive the earlier eras of, like I said, say if I go with America, if I could survive the earlier eras to somebody's units that are like they have units, within the the early eras that give them an advantage, then I always thought to myself, well, at least I have the advantage in the latter end, where I'll have units that they can't have. So I always thought there was a balance there,
right.
but I guess still true. Like, I guess it's like up to luck at that point, or how well you play if you can actually get there. More challenging for sure for like if you choose a later era or civilization that's more well adapted to a later era compared to somebody who chose an earlier. But vice versa, the challenge is there obviously once you're out of your dominant era, I guess you could say. But I guess if you're trying to really create a level playing field, then they've definitely found a way to crack that code, it seems like. Let's go ahead and
I like that. I mean,
yeah, no, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad either. I actually like it. I wonder, I guess my question is, I wonder if that takes away from the challenge, or is it just like, no, it just makes for a greater gaming experience.
True.
Let's go ahead and continue this.
The Antiquity Age, when agricultural societies begin to cluster into urban centers, forming the foundations of the first civilizations. The Exploration Age, when the desire for precious commodities from distant lands spurs empires to stretch across great oceans. And the Modern Age, a period of incredible technological growth and global conflict, where mankind goes from the development of the steam engine to the splitting of the atom.
Yo.
Every age can be played on its own, or woven together into a full campaign.
Okay. I'm liking it so far, man. Really liking it. All right, let's see what leaders they have to offer.
In past games, civs and leaders were always tied together and came as a package deal of agendas, abilities, units, and more. With civs being exclusive to ages, we're excited to introduce a new innovation for leaders. For the first time in franchise history, leaders are now selected independently from civilizations. You can now mix and match unique parts of different civs and leaders, unlocking all new strategic combinations, staying true to civ's spirit of experimentation. For players who want to stick to more historical pairings, a useful indicator will appear on the civ selection screen.
We're also taking the opportunity to expand who we consider to be a leader.
Hold on.
Unique parts of different civs and leaders, unlocking all new strategic combinations.
Oh, hey.
Staying true to...
What?
So it was Rome, Egypt. Who was the other guy?
Maria.
Maria.
Moira, I don't know. Let's check it out.
Ages, we're excited to introduce a new innovation for leaders. For the first time in franchise history, leaders are now selected independently from civilizations. You can now mix and match unique parts of different civilizations.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea who this guy is. Definitely new to the game, I'd say that much. Both of the two in the beginning are new to the game for sure.
Civs and leaders, unlocking all new strategic combinations, staying true to civ's spirit of experimentation. For players who want to stick to more historical pairings, a useful indicator will appear on the civ selection screen.
We're also taking the opportunity to expand who we consider to be a leader in Civilization 7. We'll continue to have traditional heads of state, such as Hatshepsut, but we're also excited to have new leaders in areas such as philosophy, religion, science, and more.
Having leaders stay the same.
You saw that.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
Saw that.
Bro.
Saw that.
Exactly.
Let's just see if they bring back some of the guys that I mentioned. You know what I mean?
Same across ages helps bring a sense of who you're playing against in Civilization 7. It also gives you the opportunity to keep the theme of evolution going. As your empire evolves from one age to the next, it's important that your leader grows as well. All leaders now have attributes that can further specialize their skills. These attributes can be gained in a variety of ways, from completing narrative events to rewards for researching certain technology to the next. It's important that your leader grows as well. All leaders now have attributes that can further specialize their skills.
Oh, shoot. Wow. Did I just hear that right?
Oh, wow.
Did I just hear that? Leaders
Dude, that's
now have-
cool. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah. What is they? No, not really. It can't. It's too small. Oh no, I got you. Oh wow. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. I like
It
that.
kind of gives me like those you know, like those games where you got to make choices along. Dude, this is very similar to some of the things we were talking about as far as like making the game more immersive. You know what I mean? More integral. You know, to how we move, our importance of how we do things in the game. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree, bro.
That's crazy.
These attributes can be gained in a variety of ways.
Yeah, I like how you paused it right away.
Yeah, just trying to read the next thing.
Ways, from completing narrative events to rewards for researching certain technologies and civics. Overall, leaders are getting a huge up.
See what technologies we got now, you know? I was gonna say, I don't know what that is.
And more strategically interesting than ever. We cannot wait for you to discover your new favorite leader in Civilization 7. Overall, leaders are getting a huge upgrade. They're more powerful, more varied. All leaders now have attributes that can further specialize their skills. These attributes can be gained in a variety of ways, from completing narrative events to
Saw that?
No, I didn't, man.
narrative events.
Oh, there we go. Roman citizens
Yeah.
gather in high spirits to celebrate the festival of Fors Fortuna. Wine flows liberally, and revelers drape themselves in flower garlands. One rowdy group declares that these are the celebrations expected of an empire ruled by its people. A nearby senator retorts that Rome is guided by the Senate, and a little more gratitude should be in order. Many voices are better than few. The Senate knows the people best. Oh, wow. See, so yeah, it's, wow.
To reward
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's a lot more technological, or even actually, I think these are civic
Hold on, I
civic
just got. Oh, yeah,
improvements,
you're right. You're right.
or
I
maybe
just
a
got
little
cut
bit of
off.
both.
Guilds. No, I think you're right. I think this is like a civic. Oh wait, metal casting.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I don't know, that seems like technological
You're
advance.
technological.
All right, let's keep it going.
for researching certain technologies in civics. Overall, leaders are getting a huge upgrade. They're more powerful, more varied, and more strategically interesting than ever. We cannot wait for you to discover your new favorite leader in Civilization 7. When one age ends and you begin an age transition, it is an incredibly exciting moment. You'll select a new civilization to represent your empire in the new age. You'll choose parts of your past civ to carry forward into the new one. And the game map literally expands, filled with new independent powers to befriend.
That's cool.
New
resource
independent power.
That's what I was referring to earlier. That's what they say.
New independent power to befriend. So
I feel like it's almost like a city state, you know?
yeah, it's gotta be a city state.
To acquire, and new discoveries to be made.
During an age transition, there are a few factors that determine which civ you can evolve into. This includes any historical connections between your previous and future civ, your choice of leader, and even certain gameplay decisions that you made in the past age. Every civ plays differently. Across your...
Oh shoot. Am I seeing that right?
Yep.
Is that the religion portion of things here?
I think these are the different choices you're made to take along the transitioning of ages.
Oh, is this like a different
game? You might want to stay as true to history as possible, only selecting civs that have historical ties to each other.
Oh, okay. See, earlier I knew something with an S. This is what the person chose earlier. Songhai.
Alright.
Oh, there. What's it say on the bottom there?
It says other civs. So that means you could choose for whatever you want. Oh, that's cool, bro.
That is cool. It's cool, but it seems a little crazy because I'm like, is this? I don't know this to be historically accurate, like, you know. But I feel like this, you know, it kind of begs you to kind of like do some searching, you know, because I
Right.
want to say they're. I gotta look into this whole Songhai thingy there.
Mongolia.
Mongolia, dude. Yeah, interesting.
Or you might switch to civs that fit your strategic needs.
There are so many possible paths to
Uganda.
explore, so many
Uganda.
different choices you can make.
That's cool.
The potential for strategy in Civilization 7 is nearly endless.
Wait,
What? Bring your Civ world to life. All right, what were you gonna say? What were you thinking?
Could it be that it's more like government, like, you know, where it's like, because you saw that, like, it didn't. Well, you think it should change his characters too, or is it? You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Like, do you change leaders as in character leaders too, or do you change like only just their like beliefs? You know what I'm saying? System or whatever.
Well, I don't know. It's saying it's saying that there's a shift in civilization. So I don't know. It's a very broad statement and pretty big too, So I don't know if it's just on a governmental level or cultural level. It could be all encompassing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, bring your Civ world to life.
Something we hear often from players is about how when you play a game of Civ, you forget the world around you. Video games, more than any other medium, have this ability to completely immerse you in another universe. Whether it's through art, music, cinematic moments, or language, our goal is to bring your Civ world to life.
Getting the look and feel for Civilization 7 right is critical. So it's important to make sure we are capturing that through our art style. I spent a lot of time as a kid in museums, especially in the diorama sections, and being able to walk by and see these little miniatures that aren't moving, but there's a story told in them was something that I always found intriguing. Technology changes every time we put one of these games out, and each time we put one out, we can do more. And we're at a spot in the industry now where we've just got a lot of tools and a lot of power under our belts to represent the entire world of Civilization. We're hoping that the players can look into this game, see the diametric detail on this, and tell their own stories that they've never told before. Everything is going to fit together in such a different way than it has in the past from Civilization, and I think it's going to give you a much more realistic version of the simulation that you're trying to create. We took a lot what we learned in the Civ 6 and learned from that, trying to open up some more spaces and everything, and we adjusted it.
It was like a city or part of a city on top of a mountain, almost like hilltop or
tone from 6 a bit, and I think it's what our fans are looking for, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for them. It's something that nobody else is doing, and nobody but Firaxis can do.
Firaxis.
I think players will love how combat looks. We greatly expanded.
Let's go. Let's go. This is what I'm here for.
The variety of units in Civ 7. Units now constantly engage one another. You'll see and hear the clashing of swords and steel. Units have a higher level of fidelity than ever before. Everything from the little parts and pieces and details.
Oh, wait a minute, dude. You hear that?
I did.
So, dude, that means the battle doesn't end in one turn.
That's crazy, bro.
Dude. Or the battle goes on throughout the whole turn until the turn is done. One of the two. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is nuts. That's cool. And I want to say that's actually an old feature too, but cool.
On the armor set to the entire representation of a whole army on a battlefield. I feel like this is going to become your Civ. Like this is the one. It has the look.
Firaxis takes its
Let me just say, this guy was probably by far the one you can tell is really into it.
I know, like for real.
That was dope. I like seeing his like happiness and joy in that. That was cool.
Really, for real. Like somebody find out.
Yeah, I mean everybody else is like really trying to be professional,
Yeah, professional.
representation of different cultures in Civ 7 very seriously. Language is a critical part of civilization. It's how people tell their story. This is important because we are trying to teach through this game
And it's important to our players. They want to see their cultures represented correctly. In many cases, some players have never seen their cultures represented anywhere else. It brings great pride and joy to be able to see themselves included in the history of the world.
Music also plays an important role in bringing out the spirit and essence of each civilization. Every Civ has its own theme, and we're excited to share that Chris Tin, who composed the Grammy Award-winning theme Baba Yetu for Civilization 4 and the main theme for Civilization 6, is returning for Civilization 7, and we cannot wait for you to hear it.
Nice.
Today represents just an initial look at what's to come in Civilization 7. We have so much more to share, from gameplay deep dives to first looks at new leaders and civilizations, to what you can expect from Civ 7 post-launch.
Sid Meier's Civilization 7 releases on February 11th, 2025, and is available to pre-order today.
I don't know if I could wait that long, bro. I don't know if I could wait that long, man.
Players who pre-order Civilization 7 will receive the Tecumseh Shawnee Pack. If you haven't already, be sure to create a 2K account and sign up for our Civ newsletter to receive the latest updates. Doing so will unlock the exclusive Emperor persona for Napoleon in Civilization 7. And as a special thank you, if you use that same 2K account to play Civ 6, you'll automatically unlock Napoleon's revolutionary persona in Civ 7. Check out our website at civilization.com for full details, and be sure to follow Civ for all the latest.
We hope you enjoyed this first look at Civilization 7. The entire team at Firaxis has been working very hard to make sure we deliver a game that gives you more reasons to take just one more turn.
As we welcome Civ 7 into the Civ family, I think back to the legacy of Civilization, of 30 years of development, refinement, iteration, exploration, of the millions of players that have contributed, of the billions of hours that have been played. I'm so proud to be here for this moment, welcoming Civ 7 into the family. February 11th, 2025 isn't too far away. We're excited to be taking this journey with you.
I will say, I guess I did miss out on the showing of all the civilizations, though.
Yeah.
Which does kind of suck, because I kind of wanted to see if they showed the one for the PlayStation 1.
They did, bro. They showed them all, bro. They showed them all. Like even like they didn't show like Civ Rev, but like they since Civ Rev came out at the same time Civ 4 was out, they kind of like made a collaborated video with it.
For them too.
Yeah, so that's like.
Wait, did they show Rev or Rev 2?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, okay. All right. Looks like what, the trailer again? Yeah, the trailer. Remember the one they showed first at 1:30?
Yeah, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah. I like the music. I really like the music.
Right? Yeah, I like the music too, bro.
You know that they're still working on this. Like, we're not even looking at the final product.
beautiful.
Very.
Stay civilized.
Well,
And
that was
man, dude. So it looks like yeah, hold on, for real, like
right. First off, also, this might look like a regular water bottle, but there's more in here because I am celebrating the watching of this video. So,
cheers.
cheers. Man, dude. There you go, right.
Honestly, bro, can we just talk about how, like, it looks like the settling of cities all over the place, like how that, like, that's not gonna be a thing anymore. Like, I feel like it is, but it isn't.
Right.
Like, you're really gonna be in an area compared to, like, you know what I'm saying, region. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you focus on an area first compared, I don't know.
Yeah, I there's so much. There's so much that it was kind of hard to grasp it all because I was really trying to get through the video as fast as possible while still not getting flags for just showing the whole video through. But yeah, there was a part where it did seem like the way you unlock the map is going to be a lot more I don't know what the word
Longer.
is I'm looking. Longer, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
longer,
Prolonged.
and
More
you know,
prolonged, like more
and probably
prolonged. And
more
like,
so because,
you
and
see
I
how
think
the
this is
age,
why it's not
even
necessarily
the,
because I don't think it's going to be because um like you're forced to like it's not like you're going to reach a point where like it stops you, but I feel like you're going to be so immersed into the building of your city and trying to find things solely around you to help your city that you won't have the luxury to necessarily just wander off,
and not
you
only
know.
that, I think what answers that too is that um the age thing, the antiquity age, and then the exploration age. I think the exploration age is for real gonna be the time where you really explore and like you kind of get more like inside the water. You know what I'm saying? Putting your feet more inside the water type deal.
Well, yeah, but I think that also is dependent on like I don't think the age thing happens in eras the way you're thinking. Eras are usually, from what we've seen, is like it's like a time thing, you know, depending what time it lands on, like or like the year and stuff or the amount of turns within that. You know what I'm saying? That is the
Right,
era. That's
right.
how the era is determined. It's not so much determined on where what I believe ages is going to be determined on, and that's like technological advancements and research of civics and stuff. So I feel like that'll determine your ages, uh, separate from eras. Where like now, so the only thing we have as far as ages is concerned is how they implemented the whole like golden age, normal age, or dark age per era. I don't know. It seems like the ages thing is not going to be side by side the era thing. I think ages are now going to be its own thing. It's a new thing in its own way, where depending like what course of action you take, technologically, exploratively, that'll determine what age you're about to enter. So if you are quickly working on technologies that help
Oh, I get
with
you. So it's like almost as in like you probably won't even move in age if you're not doing well. Like I guess in the like you said in the technological area where you know that you that like what's gonna help you explore or uh, 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 um I guess get you to that right like that age. I guess that will make you like so. Wait, so I guess for what I'm getting at or from what I'm understanding is like almost like yeah, like the ages is different, but like it's almost like now it's like you're earning your way into an age, but like is that like is that I guess I mean the direction I mean kind of like earning your way into the age.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it would be considered earning your way, but just like moving your way towards an age. You know, I don't want to make it seem like you earn your way into an age, but I just feel like it's like
You're
yeah,
earning
like
it.
just, you know, depending where you are, like maybe on a technological level, cultural level, and whatever other dynamics are implemented in that. I believe that's what determines what age you're about to enter, opposite of maybe eras, you know.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, that's interesting. You know, or maybe eras is out the window and ages is the new thing. Who knows? I don't know. You know. Um,
You know. You know.
right. Who knows? But man, I love I just love a lot of these new features that are somewhat like reminiscent of old features, but in their own way, in their own right, their own thing for this time. And the and this technology they now have to create what they've created. And again, it's crazy to know
Yeah.
that this isn't even the finished product. You know, there's a lot more to do.
I know.
There's a lot more that we have that we're gonna see for the first time when we finally get the game.
Yeah,
Um,
stuff is subject to change. You know.
yeah, you know, I love the battling. Like,
I'm loving the geographical landscape
oh
of everything.
yeah, the landscape, the geographically how it's looking. Yeah, I so I wonder now though because you know I wonder how they're gonna do it, right? Because they said historically, depending on your civilization, things will move in a certain direction according to that civilization's history. I wonder if that's still implemented. And this is the next question that they really didn't cover: is are there different maps to choose from, like now?
Right,
You
like
know,
Earth,
you know what I mean? True Start Earth, blah blah blah. You know, continents and seas, continents and small islands,
islands.
whatever. You
Yeah,
know, Seven Seas map, Snowflake map, whatever. All these different maps.
yeah.
You know,
Clover for
or so you know what I'm saying. Do we have these different choices of maps, and yet that still is a thing, or is that just a thing to a certain specific map, and or is there only one map you're playing on now? I don't know. You know, I wonder like is that how that's gonna be going forward. Um, man,
with this whole like pre-order DLC content that they should have done. They should have at least done like one last hurrah of like leaders for Civ 6. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least put dynamite, Napoleon dynamite or something. You know what I mean? But I guess they're only using him for. This is so hard. Truck life. Um, I guess they're only using him for Civ 7. So I would have put a different leader in there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, about time they brought him back, though. You know what I mean? Um, definitely interested to see what other leaders they bring back. Are they bringing more?
They did this. They're bringing more and back, so I'm
You know,
excited to see what they got.
right. Um, man, dude, you know,
The buildings too, man. Those things. I wonder how if we're gonna have builders. You know, are they, like, are we gonna have more immersive people? Like, are we gonna have construction workers? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it looks like it. It looks like they're adapting a lot more different type of units, so to speak.
Because if I don't know, they didn't show sort of right in the second one, right? But in the first one, where the lady's narrating, the new lady, they show some like construction like vehicles, bro. They showed like like that one truck that that you put the like dirt in. Yeah, like just the construction vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like the yellow construction vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. I don't know if you noticed that even like the different settler units per era or age, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you peep that?
No, I didn't peep that. For the settlers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do. Okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's like, well, it's kind of different now, but they definitely had that always. Like it was always like different.
Yeah, they kind of did. I mean, it's not to say that they didn't, but it's almost like they only had like two different ones, though. You know what I mean? It was like the guys on the like it goes from like the caravan looking, like old school, bunch of horses with stuff on their back, and then at a certain point it becomes like the big traveling van. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's cool because it looks like, okay, look, we're getting immersive gameplay with not just your resources, not with just your people around you, like your militia, your government people, but it looks like you're being immersive, like with the people in your city, like like where you're gonna be more immersive to your people, compared to just reading. So compared to just reading a sheet, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, your people are doing good, and then 50%, uh, or I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? It gives you all the like the details of your city's report, city reports. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a city
Right.
report, it's like more like, not that they're gonna like erase that. Well, I don't know because they didn't show it, but like I feel like like I said, it's more immersed. So it's like instead of a report, it's like you're in it. It's like, oh, hey, sorry, this is happening in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are hungry, like with the granary. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I mean that, and I really wonder how the town thing is gonna work. How's that,
Oh
integrating
my
into the
God! Right.
population?
Right, because that's another thing, right? The town, like, how is that gonna work? Like, do you gotta build a granary for that too, or like, also like, is it gonna be more for resource value?
Right. Yeah, no, that's the part that's interesting to see. I mean, there's so many things that they're doing with this game so far that I mean, and like again, it's subject to change, but also
You
like
know what?
subject to have more. You know what I mean? We
I'm
have
not
like,
gonna lie.
you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think it's because of that. It's because of that guy who was pretty excited about the game. Who was like saying that this was the one. Yeah, I feel like they put him in there on purpose. They're like, "Hey guys, we gotta put this guy because
Yeah, we need somebody who actually represents the passion in the game well.
we need somebody who's gonna sell it for real." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's like, he's the one homie who's like, "Come on, guys, this is the one. This is the one." But if it's not the one, we're all gonna blame him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, yeah, dude. Dude, man, there's so much in that game, dude. In that what we just seen that I just can't wait to see the finished product.
And that's just like a showcase. Like I can't even believe that. I really got tricked into thinking that was gonna be like real gameplay. Like, and it did show some gameplay, I guess. But I mean, I guess being the fact that it is still being it's still undergoing maintenance. I guess they can't really show so much gameplay.
Right.
But it does say that they are gonna still show gameplay, like actual gameplay, where it's called deep dive gameplay or something like that.
That's crazy.
So they're still gonna do it. We're still gonna see that, but maybe they're gonna do it for a different. Maybe they're saving it for like E3 or something. I don't know when that is. I'm not really too caught up with E3 to be honest.
Well, the crazy part is you say that, and apparently there's a guy that's already played that game. Remember that, you said you saw a little bit of that video that Eli sent us.
Well, I mean, I didn't get to watch it too much. Honestly, there was not.
So, like, I wonder how true that is, and I don't know, like, for him to be able to play it, I mean, that clearly means they have a beta version out there then that they designed already.
No, he got invited to the Firaxis Studios to play it.
To play it?
Yeah.
Well, regardless, that's what I mean. That he clearly played a beta version of the game, not like
he got invited to not play.
So then it's clear to say that the video doesn't show him playing it then, right?
I haven't seen it, but I doubt it.
Let's see something.
I haven't seen the video yet. Like that far. I haven't seen it that far yet.
I feel like I seen somebody. It was this video, actually, now that I think about it. Let me see. Let's see. Let's look into it right quick. A little bit of it. I found the video. See if what we can learn from this.
Why does he look like this? I, along with a few other creators, were very lucky to be invited to Firaxis Studios in beautiful Maryland, United States of America, brother. Now, while this video isn't paid, they did fly me out and they did lodge me themselves. So I want to give a big, big, big thank you to Firaxis as well as 2K for inviting me and hosting me so that I can play the one. I do believe that Firaxis saw how successful Civ was Civ 6 was for the consoles. And let me tell you, I know most people who watch Civ content generally plays on PC. After talking with the devs, console players are Civ 6 on console is way more popular than you think, like a legitimate portion of the Civ player base. So it definitely makes a lot of sense that they're on all the platforms. That includes, Xbox Series X, like Xbox One, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, etc. So they're going all out on it.
Can you what?
I just want to see something. I can't. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Way you can hear about the different portions of the game so that you can skip around. I'm not going to hold you all any longer. Let's just jump right into it. I cannot believe I'm actually talking about Civilization 7 and I'm talking about it early. There is a bunch to talk about here. There are a lot of changes to the game. There's a lot of it that kind of stays the same. It is at its core a Civilization game, but there are a lot of brand new mechanics that may look familiar because of other games, or if you have not played any other 4X game.
See that, Mike?
See what?
How like the river is integrated, like how it's not, no longer like in one tile.
I missed that.
No, look, it's right. I'm looking at it right now. The way like the river is just like sort of like taking up the end of the tile or something. I don't know
What do you mean? I'm confused what you're saying exactly.
how big the river is. Like how like you know what I'm saying. It's no longer house. You know, it's like it's pretty like house. How much more?
Oh, gotcha.
How much? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
how
right.
much
It's
more?
not taking up the whole tile. Okay,
How much
okay.
more closer you are to the world? You know, than how much farther you were.
Well, um,
Uh,
I feel like it was like that in Civ 6 too, though.
nah, man. This looks a lot more closer, bro.
I mean, true, but it could be that that's how you had to set up. One, two.
No, nah, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I'll
I
mention
know you
this.
could get close in Civ 6. Like you could zoom into the screen and stuff, but this looks a little different, to be honest.
It does look a little different. I'm not going to say it is, and I guess what I'm trying to say is like in Civ 6, it doesn't take up a whole tile. Because keep in mind, the rivers block you from going to another tile. Like you're not blocked you; they stagnate you from entering another tile without ease. You know, without ease. Yeah, where like if like a unit's used to taking 2 turns, once you cross the river, you lose your you're not turns. I'm sorry, spaces. Yeah, or movement. There you go. Jesus, movement. It looks like but yeah, the rivers do look more integrated into the tile geographic thing. Again, I think it's just because the guy's zoomed in. We have yet to see if it zooms out. We'll see, I guess. And then we'd have to play Civ 6 just to verify what we're saying.
Game is coming out for all platforms, not just for PC release. I do believe that Firaxis saw how successful Civ was Civ 6 was for the consoles. And let me tell you, I know most people who watch Civ content generally plays on PC. After talking with the devs, console players are Civ 6 on console is way more popular than you think, like a legitimate portion of the Civ player base. So it definitely makes a lot of sense that they are wanting to release it on all the platforms. That includes, Xbox Series X, like Xbox One, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, etc. So they're...
So, like, are they really going to be able to release Civ 7 on PS4?
Yeah, that's what they say.
That is nuts. That is nuts. All right.
They're going all out on it, making sure that the game is going to be ready for all of those, because that is a pretty
on the PS5.
That is a pretty ambitious list for a release date for a game. So I'm fairly confident that they'll do it. It is pretty ambitious, but let's hope that they do, because like I said, there were a lot of console players who played 6. But to move away from that, talk about the main changes in Civilization 7. And the first one, as everyone is expecting, is going to be the leaders and the civilization section of Civ 7. Just like in previous games, you can choose the leaders of the games, but there is something different that is added to 7 in that you can change the cultures of the game. Now,
Okay, you heard that?
Sort of.
You like doing your own thing over there or something?
No, it's just, well, yeah, kind of, but it's because I'm trying to. Well, go ahead.
The first ones that were shown to us, there were only 4 leaders that we were able to play during the gameplay. There was Amina. We have Ashoka as well.
Ooh.
We have Augustus, as well as Hatshepsut of Egypt. Now, we were only able to play these 4 leaders, and I didn't switch around the leaders and the civilizations, but what you can do that is new to Civ 7, brand new to Civ 7, is you can choose the different type of culture that you are playing with as the leader. So in this, I just played Hatshepsut of Egypt. You can change it to Hatshepsut of Aksum. You can also change it to Hatshepsut of Rome. You can play Hatshepsut of, and further, like say for example, if America was in it, it could be Hatshepsut of America. and so on and so forth. The thing.
Okay. That's crazy.
I guess I like that. I guess it's pretty cool. I don't know if I mean I don't see myself. I mean I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I never found that hard. Like that's definitely an addition that that they put on themselves because I don't.
Right. No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's something that like I haven't even cared for to even say like, man, we should. Well, the perk thing is cool. That whole perk thing that's different. That I'm like 100% like, oh yeah, that's neat. That was definitely needed. But the whole like changing civilization, even being like, so being Cleopatra, leader of the North Americas, like that's pretty freaking insane. Not gonna lie. But I mean, hey, like. Hey.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Here is that you also get all of the abilities from all of the different cultures. If you've ever played the Blitz mod in Civilization 6, that mod allows you to mix and match culture abilities, units, leaders, etc. So in this instance, if you played as Hatshepsut, you would still get her specific leader abilities, but you also would be able to get the abilities of, like, say, if you're playing Oxum, the Do, which is a unique naval unit, the Tonqua, which is a specific trade ship to that culture. But if you played if you played Hatshepsut of Egypt, you would get +1 production on navigable rivers, which you read that right. We'll get into that later. There are navigable rivers in Civ 7, as well as +30% production towards constructing the pyramids, because that is unique to Egypt. You also get Egyptian-specific units.
That's cool.
That's pretty raw.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I like that because it's it is still because it is kind of weird to always see like a different civilization create something that's specific to another civilization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes sense to, at the very least, give the edge to the civilization to which those wonders or buildings belong to.
Yeah, you're right. That's actually pretty. Yeah, that's pretty kind of like innovative, I guess, for that.
Yeah.
Specific Egyptian building that does change, like I said, through each different culture. So one of the biggest things that I am very, very, very much looking forward to is figuring out how can I make the most busted Civ of all time. How can that ends up happening pretty crazily with Egypt later on, that I'll get into once we get into the mechanics of policies later on. This is something that I'll decide and we'll talk about in the good, the bad, and the ugly section, but this is a brand new section of Civ that is a brand new section that is new to Civ. It is not new to other 4X games. For example, Humankind does this. The problem is Humankind, I feel like, at least to me, did it badly because one, the characters of the games were so inhuman that it didn't really matter, and
I have no idea what he's talking about. You talking about mods?
I'm not sure. Like, how did he get from Cleopatra to that guy?
I think he's still choosing. It almost actually interestingly enough, it looks like, which I guess makes more sense. Maybe this was even a thing of the past, if I remember correctly, but no, maybe not. I think I'm wrong here, but this might be new to this game. It looks like you're a people first without a leader. And you roam till you build your city. And once you build a city, you can choose a leader and a culture for your people.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Oh, right, because he was just settling. Right, you're right.
So,
the ages moved so fast that it did not matter what Civ you chose. By the time you were able to utilize the benefits of that Civ, the age was over and you could not use that Civ anymore. Which brings us to the next section of the new mechanics, and that is the ages section. There are 3 ages in Civilization 7. There's the Antiquity, the Exploration Age, and the Modern Age. The Antiquity is the first one. Think of it as, to put it into Civ 6 terms, it is the ancient classical into the medieval era. The Exploration Age.
Yeah, I feel like he's playing the same video over. You saw that because he just rebuilt the city, agriculture. You know.
You see, I don't know.
Age is the beginning of the medieval era through right around the end of the industrial era, and the modern era is the rest of the game. So from you were able to utilize the benefits of that civ, the age was over, and you could not use that civ anymore. Which brings us to the next section of the new mechanics, and that is the ages section. There are 3 ages in Civilization 7. There's the Antiquity, the Exploration Age, and the Modern Age. The Antiquity is the first one. Think of it as, to put it into Civ 6 terms, it is the ancient classical into the medieval era. The Exploration Age is the beginning of the medieval era through right around the end of the industrial era, and the modern era is the rest of the game. So from end of industrial into the future era.
Okay.
We only got to play
no more eras. Now we're just in ages. Okay.
The Antiquity Age. I finished the Antiquity Age. I finished the end of it, but unfortunately for us, it didn't roll over into the next age, as this was only a playable demo of the game. So we weren't able to see what happens into the next age, like what it looks like when you switch around cultures and things along those lines. Each age does have a unique gameplay to it. There are specific things that happen in that age that only happen in that age, and do not happen in the next age. I didn't really get that much into it, so your guess is kind of as good as mine. Some of them do include specific techs and buildings, but generally, as long as you unlocked them, they do carry over as a legacy civ. So say, for example, you had units that were specific to Egyptian culture in the Antiquity era, and you moved into the Exploration era, and you chose a different culture. As long as you unlocked those units in this example, you would still get those previous Egyptian units. They wouldn't change to whatever.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's cool to know. You know, because you might be reluctant to change, your culture, to or different, I guess leader or whatever, different perks going into different age. But if you're keeping what you once had, then then it'll help boost your enthusiasm to choose a different path.
Culture, say for example, you chose Rome as the next culture. You played Hatshepsut of Rome. They wouldn't just automatically upgrade to those new ones. You would still have those previous Egyptian units and buildings, so on and so forth. There are also bonuses that you get per choosing. I guess is another thing to go back to. The bonuses that you get from choosing your leader / culture.
Cool. Did you see that?
Those carry over into the next age, so you'll get legacy abilities.
Like a king.
We didn't get too much into it just because of how limited time we had to play the game. So, but there are some abilities that you get in this era, in the first era, that will carry over into the next era. It's not just a specific era by era thing. The next big change that we can talk about is
like a watchtower, right?
Over some water, bro. How did you do that?
Like a lake or something.
Yeah, you're like the lifeguard of the lake. Oh look, this is conditions, so we got economic back, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
We got economic victory back, military victory, culture victory.
And these are legacy paths, which yes, they very much are legacy paths. These are, these go back to the old, roots of the game.
Actual victory conditions of the game. There are 4 of them. There are science, culture, military, and economic, I guess, victory conditions, if you wanted to call them. They are chosen through legacy paths. The way that the game plays, at least was explained to us, is that it's not necessarily like a score victory. It kind of is. So it's kind of similar to Humankind in that aspect. But you choose a legacy path to win that victory, whether it be science,
Mhm.
obviously going to space, whether it be culture, being the most culturally relevant
Does it
person
look
in the
like?
entire
Is it me or is it that?
civilization, whether it's through military, aka domination, and the new one, which is economic, which I'll be honest, during the gameplay, I probably should have chosen that. I didn't.
What were you gonna say?
Is it me or does it looks like that? Like as you like collect rewards, like it looks like you collect great people too.
It looks like it, or that, or yeah, who knows, man. See, there's a lot of stuff here that I'm like, what? Yeah, I don't know, but it looks like it. That, or maybe they're showing us that these are the routes you want to go to help further those paths
People.
of victory.
Right.
You know?
Oh, right,
There are
right, yeah.
different
Yeah.
milestones that you gain through each of these victory conditions, and at the end, it's kind of like hard to explain how it works.
It's hard to watch. You know what I'm saying?
What you do is you set a legacy path in the beginning of the game, whether you want to win the victory condition through science, culture, or whatever, and then an advisor will pop up and give you objectives. So, for example, I chose culture when I was playing Egypt, and my cultural objectives were to build X amount of wonders. The first one was I needed to build one wonder, and then I got a legacy milestone. Because we didn't go to the next age, I can't tell you how it carries over. But from what I remember and from what they were telling us is that at the end of the game, you choose your victory, you choose how you're going to win, whether it's through one of those 4 victory paths, and then depending on.
I don't know if I like this feature. Kind of forces you to commit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not much of a commitment kind of guy.
Oh man, bro.
No, no, for real though, like, yeah, you know how I play, bro. It's very rarely do I, stay committed to one path of victory, because my OCD in me likes to be balanced, even in video games.
Well, see, I think that's the thing. I think you're able to still do that, and it looks like almost where like yes, you're right. It could be where like it makes you choose one, but it could be that you could get all of them too. Like, or you know what I'm saying? Just how good of a leader are you?
Right. We'll see. Time will tell, but I hope you're right, because that's how I play. I like to try and get as many victories as I can, and then whichever one happens to be
He's like, I like
the
to
one
feel
that
like
dominates towards the end is what I'll win by. But
he's like, I like to feel like a great leader.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't like it where it's like I like to feel like, my people are wealthy, they're well cultured, we got a strong military. You know what I'm saying? And we're very well technologically advanced.
I was the perfect nation.
Exactly.
This is why I should be
on the milestones you got and etc. That's what you go for in the final age. How it works, we don't know yet. We're not going to know. One of the next big changes that has been added to Civilization are, I guess you can kind of call them grand strategy mechanics. There are narrative events into Civilization 7, as well as new currency, as well as
narrative.
The way the map
Oh,
is
look
being
at that.
revealed is pretty
We
scary,
talked
I'm
about
not
this
gonna
stuff.
lie.
We talked about this stuff, bro.
What?
Narrative events.
Yeah.
And new currency. Remember we spoke about the different currencies?
Oh,
like, let's see, because right now as it exists, it's just gold, But he just mentioned something about currency, so let's see if it's exactly what we were talking about or not.
Question though.
Uh-huh.
Did you see how the map is being like revealed? It's pretty cool. I like how the tiles lift up.
Wait, what?
How the map gets revealed when the scout moves.
Oh yeah. Oh, with like
Tiles,
those tiles like up and down.
like they get pulled up. It's cool.
Yep.
Like scarier, more suspense.
are, I guess you can kind of call them grand strategy mechanics. There are narrative events into Civilization 7, as well as new currency, as well as upgrading leader abilities. The first one, like I said, narrative events, you will get pop-ups from where they're going over, I believe they're called cairns now, but basically the goodie huts that are in all previous Civilization games, where you can choose you get an option of, for example, in this one, it says soldiers have tracked a horde of bandits to their stolen treasure. Debts must be repaid. Offer repentance through labor, which means you get plus 10 production and 50 gold to your capital, or redistribute their valuables,
cool.
which gives you plus 75 happiness to that city. So you get to choose.
That's
like these
cool.
narrative events. This also happens in
is
other
so
instances, whether it is random narrative events. That's a new feature to Civilization 7. Another one that is, I guess, also technically a grand strategy aspect is a new currency in the game called influence. Now, influence is exactly as it sounds. It's a currency that you use to spread influence to other civilizations. We'll get into how I feel on it later on, but
Wait, whoa.
Okay, so that's totally different than what I thought.
Totally different.
But like interesting. So we know there's influence in Civ 6. That's not really new, but it must be new in the sense of how they've adapted into this game.
Like, you could purchase with influence? Is that what I just heard?
Something like that.
like these narrative events, this also happens in other instances, whether it is random narrative events. That's a new feature to Civilization 7. Another one that is, I guess, also technically a grand strategy aspect is a new currency.
Shout out to the homie Koji in the building. Want to shout out the homie. He's a good leader. I try to be, bro. I try to be. Just think of the homies that I stopped by. Let me just, appreciate y'all.
In the game called influence. Now, influence is exactly as it sounds. It's a currency that you use to spread influence to other civilizations. We'll get into how I feel on it later on, but this is what it is. It is used during diplomacy. You use your influence, which builds up via, just like all other influence, like gold, culture, science, etc. And you spend it on different interactions with civs, whether it is to denounce them, whether it is to have an open border treaty, whether it's to reconcile after being denounced. You use your influence to spend on other civs to be diplomatic with them. Another instance, too, that is also kind of grand strategy-like is that now your leader has abilities that are upgraded throughout the age based on different things that you do. It is kind of similar to policy cards. It's really weird to explain. It was nice playing with it. I did like playing with it, but sorry, they're not called abilities. I apologize.
What was that about?
Huh?
Did you catch that? What they said?
About the abilities?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just rewind it. Can't rely on you here.
Bandits to their stolen treasure. Debts must be repaid. Offer repentance through labor, which means you get plus 10 production and 50 gold to your capital, or redistribute their valuables, which gives you plus 75 happiness to that city. So you get to choose. Like these narrative events, this also happens in other instances, whether it is random narrative events. That's a new feature to Civilization 7. Another one that is, I guess, also technically a grand strategy aspect is a new currency in the game called influence. Now, influence is exactly as it sounds. It's a currency that you use to spread influence to other civilizations. We'll get into how I feel on it later on, but this is what it is. It is used during diplomacy. You use your influence, which builds up via, just like all other influence, like gold, culture, science, etc. And you spend it on different interactions with civs, whether it is to denounce them, whether it is to have an open border treaty, whether it's to reconcile after being denounced. You use your influence to spend on other civs to be diplomatic with them. Another instance, too, that is also kind of grand strategy-like is that now your leader has abilities that are upgraded throughout the age based on different things that you do. It is kind of similar to policy cards. Like it's really weird to explain. It was nice playing with it. I did like playing with it, but sorry, they're not called abilities. I apologize. Leader attributes. It was I did like playing with it, but it definitely felt a little weird as you get those attributes depending on the type of victory condition, more or less, that you're going for. Are you going to be more of a cultural leader? Are you going to be a diplomatic leader? Are you going to be an economic leader, militaristic, expansionist, scientific, etc.? And what you get from those abilities are bonuses that, like I said, kind of similar to policy cards and Civ. For example, culture, there is a leader ability where you gain plus 10% production towards constructing wonders. This kind of harkens back to what I was stating about how you can build absolutely busted civs, because if you remember, Egypt has an ability already towards wonders in cities. You get 15% production towards constructing wonders in cities that have navigable rivers. Plus, you gain that extra ability from the leader attribute of 10% production towards constructing wonders. Then you also add on top of the policy card that you get into from unlocking civics of extra production towards wonders. And it got to a point where I was building wonders in about 4 or 5 turns near the end of the age. And I think I had 9 wonders or 10 wonders built. It can turn into some pretty crazy broken civs if you allow it to be.
Crazy.
Carl did talk to us and say that there will be some balancing done. I do believe Spiffing Brit literally broke the game and made some crazy like free gold mechanic with Egypt, and Carl was like, yeah, we're already fixing that. So it will be adjusted. Another big change that has happened in Civ 7 is the independent powers are completely different now. You can treat them as if they are truly independent. They are city-states like they were in previous games, but they have a lot more options now. You use your influence to influence them, to befriend the city-state. That influence lasts for a specific amount of time. And then you can add support to that city-state by also spending influence as a currency, to whether it be to help make them your suzerain or to turn them into your vassal, or hopefully at some point into the game, which you can do. I didn't do it, but you can turn that city-state or that independent peoples into your own empire. So have that city join your empire, and that just turns into a new settlement.
Dan, you hear that? Yeah, where'd you go? Looks like he left. Anyways, that's interesting to see. Definitely interesting to see. So it is like a city state or vassal state, but just a lot more immersive, integrative gameplay with it.
I like it.
Yeah, no, me too. It almost honestly though, on that influence thing, it does sound like it's going to be a bit more tough. That, or maybe we're just looking too deep into it, because I mean, technically, that is how the game is now, in a sense. As far as like
the diplomatic points or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Or your the points towards is it not emissaries, Jesus.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. What you send right to the city states, so that they
yeah, those guys.
It's your suzerain of. That's so you can be suzerain of it.
Yeah, so you can become suzerain. Yeah, whatever it's called. It's like influence points, but in a different way.
Yeah, but in a different way. Yeah. Man, it's why is it not in my head or not?
Yeah, I know. That's what bothered me kind of. It's like all the time to play the game. We should know it.
Yeah, like it's making me feel like not a what I'm saying, not a real fan.
Yeah. Man, what the heck is it called?
Oh, dude, it's taking the tip of my tongue too, bro.
Damn, wow.
You said like,
Huh?
you gotta send.
Like in my mind, I'm thinking emissaries, but I know it's not emissaries. It might be. No, I feel like it's a. Wow.
Wow, guys. Well, this is the test of time, and we failed.
Right. I mean, jeez Louise. There has been just a little too much whisk.
Too much whisk for you. Too much faded bear over here for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man,
What
that
time is
is.
it? I gotta get off
Oh
soon.
my gosh, it's like bug in my body right now.
What happened? So like yeah, the fact that you can't think of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez Louise.
something with an R, something.
Represented it? No.
No, but that's so bad, bro.
Yeah.
If you don't do those things, you can also treat them kind of like how you can with barb clans in Civilization 6, where you can levy units, even if you're, or you can use those units to incite those units to attack a nearby civilization. So the way that we were talking about it with the devs is that barb clans in Civ 6 was kind of a test run to how this would work in Civ 7. And it worked out very, very well in Civ 6. As you know, if you watch my content, you know that I think that barb clans should just be hard baked into the game as Civ 6. I don't even consider it as an extra game mode like secret societies. So it's nice to see them moving into that direction with the independent powers. There is also another new section added.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, it's kind of like he says that as if like you can maybe even argue like something like the monopolies and corporations, or even something like any of those DLCs, like if they shouldn't just be integrated,
Right.
To the game, barbarians aren't really a thing anymore, but there is a new thing called crises, and these crises are.
Interesting.
We'll get, like I said, we'll get into how I feel about this. How I feel.
Yeah, hold on. First and foremost, no barbarians in this game.
Whoa.
How do we feel about it?
A loss of an era, huh? No more barbarians, bro. Hold on, bro. Let's keep going. Let's see what this crisis.
Oh, for sure. I know. But just in general, like think about that. No more barbarians. No more barbarian tribes. Clans.
Well, technically, we kind of do. Like that's the independent power. Like that's what the barbarian. But like
they don't look like barbarians. That's for sure. But I get what you're saying.
you though. Yeah. You're right. No,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying too. Like like there's no more like barbarian look, feel, vibe anymore. That's crazy, actually. No, you're right.
Let's see what this guy says.
About them later on, but basically it is kind of a government thing of the game where once crises happen, I'll be honest, I didn't understand how they happened, whether it was if you were unhappy for a specific amount of time. I don't know what the trigger was for that, but
continue the crisis.
A crisis will begin and you'll have to start utilizing crisis policy cards, and you have to select them, and they are negative attributes to your empire. You'll see here there are some of them that are like -1 happiness in all cities for each commander rank, or you assign a policy card that's -5 gold for each imported resource. This is basically a replacement for barbarians, and what can actually happen is once it gets to the crisis intensifies and the crisis culminates, barbarian independent powers start spawning around the map.
What? You hear that? You heard that? Where'd you go?
My bad. Yeah, I'm here. My mic was again. But I did hear that. So they're not gone. They're still there.
Like sort of, kind of. It seems like at a certain point in the crises, they do spawn up.
Which makes it more realistic, in my opinion.
In a sense, yeah. In a way, it does kind of make it more realistic, I guess. Yeah.
Well, like it's looking like more like not more like of a barbarian, but more like of a terrorist clan, I guess.
Something like that.
and they are very difficult to deal with. They're not raging barbarian levels. Let me get that straight. They're not raging barbarian levels where all they do is just send all of their units to your cities and flood your units over and over to make it annoying. But it does make you kind of have to sit there and be like, all right, there's a crisis happening. I have to have at least some units on the map to defend myself from these crises or to kill these independent barbarian powers. And I did like that. I actually really did like that. It made it seem like if you watch me play Civ, you know that I'm a very, very greedy player. And if I don't have to build a unit, or if I can get away with not building something, I will. So I can, beeline to whatever I'm trying to do. This kind of not necessarily took that away, but it gave you consequences for doing so. In Civ 6, if I'm doing a crazy, weird culture victory where I'm only building wonders, like I do with China, or if I'm doing a weird, tile improvement only culture victory, I don't build military. I don't build all these extra things that I don't need if I don't have to, because I'm trying to rush, a wonder, or I'm trying to rush a golden age so I can get monumentality, things along those lines. This kind of gives you some consequences of doing that. If you are trying to play as pacifist as possible, you don't have any army to defend yourself, and you are just trying to sneak through the culture victory by doing all these things, this kind of gives you a check to be like, hey, there's a crisis happening, and this is, if you weren't prepared for it, or if you weren't even thinking about it happening, this is, now you got to stop what you're doing and do this.
That's it.
There are probably some people aren't.
So it almost sounds like the game is designed to play like me.
Not gonna like it. I think the majority of people will prefer this over just straight barbarians like there were in previous Civ games. The last big change is going to be talking about the Army Commander. This is a brand new part of the game where it replaces both the Great General aspect of the previous games as well as the army upgrades of the previous games, as that now all goes through the Army Commander. Instead of promoting your units when they gain...
That's dope.
That is freaking awesome, bro.
That's dope. Definitely gonna have to get used to that, but in learning to adapt, because obviously, definitely different. But I'm down.
I'm down for it. You know
I'm
what?
I'm definitely here for it.
You know what I haven't heard or I haven't seen yet?
What's that?
That's that they. But it looks like they just took off almost like. Well, okay, I'm not even gonna say it, but it looks like that religion is not you know what I'm saying, a victory no more. But it looks like it might be part of culture, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me too. Let's see.
A specific amount of XP from battles. Your Army Commander does that now. So in order for you to gain, for example, archers to have +2 range instead of +1, you have to upgrade your Army Commander through the experience it gains through battle and go down through one of these specific trees. There's Bastion, Assault, Logistics, Maneuver, and Leadership. When I played, I went down through the Assault. That gave all of my units surrounding my commander plus, I think it was 3 combat strength for the first one, and then you can choose whether it's like range units gain +1 extra range when they're within 1 tile of an army commander, or extra defenses within 1 tile of an army commander. That depends on what tree you go down. That all goes to the army commander now. Units themselves do not promote. They are treated as it was described to us. They are now kind of treated as cannon fodder, if you will, as you kind of want them to be. That's how, when you think of armies in the past, for example, right, it is mostly about all the meat shield of units that you have around you and the commanders, the generals, telling them what to do. And that is kind of the idea that you have here with the army commanders, is that it all goes through them now. They are your most important unit. And I have a feeling a lot of multiplayer is going to come down to who can snipe the commanders first before, taking on the rest of the field. And that also includes a new ability with the Army Commander, and that is awesome. I don't remember what the actual ability was called, but it allows you to take all of your, I think it's called just gather. Yeah, gather all of your adjacent land units to form up on the Army Commander into 1 unit tile, and then you can move your Army Commander around the map, and all of those units that were gathered into you stay and move with you. which
so,
is
so yeah.
So check it out.
So it's like army formation.
Yeah, it is very, but that's very reminiscent to the old Civilization that I was referring to, but just obviously in a way more modern realization of it with this whole army commander concept for sure.
Right. No,
That's
yeah,
dope.
that is dope, bro. I mean, I like how it did it though. Like, I wonder if it's gonna do like if you could choose it like strategically in the way, because if you notice that it had like the archers here, the horsemen here, and then
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if you could change that around where it's like the archers over there, and then you know what I mean.
right,
Or if
right,
it or if it does it based off of suggested, you know what I'm saying, uh commander, formation, I guess. I don't know.
right, right.
And then, anyway, let's keep going, man. This is pretty sick.
Yep.
It's
We're
kind of a
only
nice thing because it allows you
we're
to
only
not
20
have to
minutes in.
micromanage
I know.
30 units across the map when you're
Well, I'll tell you this much: I'm only gonna watch the portion that said like the new things to Civ. I'm not gonna bother getting into the bad and the ugly.
Yeah.
trying to go to war with someone. You can get like 4 or 5 army commanders, have all of them gather all of those units together, send those 4 or 5 army commanders across the map, and then once you get to the spot where you want to attack and move all your units, you can unload them all in front of your army commander or wherever you decide to, and they will unload like so, and that's how you can start your fights. This is a very good change. I really, 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 really enjoyed playing with this. I cannot think of another person who did not enjoy playing with this. I think this was, out of all the new changes into mechanics in the game, I think we all really enjoyed this because not only is there the micromanagement aspect to it, there are also other buttons on the army commander. And some of those buttons are every single ranged unit that are like, you can order every single ranged unit that is within one tile of the army commander to all attack one specific thing by just clicking one button. Or there's a button that makes you fortify every single unit around the army commander and build a fortification. There's also ones for making them all like move in defensive maneuvers. There's a lot of really cool things that the army commander adds to this game that I thought was just really, really ingenious and really, really good. And I enjoyed it. It's probably
You could tell that they got the 5 stars on here as like 5-star general.
It's still going. I'm on stream with my dad. What happened, Mike?
So you notice the 5 stars on the bottom?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Assuming like eventually you get like, the more you gain
Right,
experience,
like experience, kills, and stuff.
yeah, the more that you gain, you become a 1-star, that commander becomes a 1-star general, 2-star general, 3-star general, 4-star, 5-star,
Yeah, that's like how strong they get. Oh, that's pretty cool, bro. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
One of the best things that I've played about this, or that I remember about the game, that sticks out in my memory as being a fantastic change and just a great quality of life and play change. Like at first you look at it and you're like, this is kind of weird. I miss my great generals. I miss having those super beefed up units. But take that thinking and just move it over to a commander. You have a super beefed up commander that has tons of promotions and he's leading your army around the map, and you're just using him as the main focal point of the army and supplementing his army, making sure your units don't die. It's really good. I cannot emphasize enough how good that change is. And I'm trying to think of what else. There is a lot. So I'm just going to start.
That's cool.
Okay. That's cool, man. That's pretty cool, bro. I'm enjoying it. I mean, honestly, for ET watched it, so he still wants to. He's still good in the game, so.
Right, exactly.
Any ugly or bad didn't affect him.
Man. I'll tell you what. We could keep watching if you have time. If not, we can end it here.
I honestly just got to my stop, man. So I think I might have to call it a night for myself.
No, same here then. It's
But I mean, I would be down if you want to watch. Next time on your free time.
No, for sure.
Or at least talk about it. I mean, not watch, but at least talk about it.
No, yeah, I low key gotta getting late on this end too. So, but man, there's just a lot of good things though so far, and for sure, man, this the whole battle aspect that's what got me so far.
No,
That's
every
what got me
dude,
so far.
the battle aspect, the battle aspect. I say, uh, like I said, the geographical like landscape, every like how you build, like the exploring, you know what I'm saying. Um, so far, like they've shown new and old stuff, and like it's exactly like what we talked about that we wanted, you know.
Right.
So I'm excited, bro. I'm definitely pre-ordering. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely getting myself Napoleon.
Right.
You know, yeah, I'm getting all of them. But man, that was a good game, man. That was a good game.
No, it
I think
really is. Really is.
good. You gotta move it. Okay.
Come on over there.
Oh yeah, oh no, yeah, it's a pig thing or like you know those. Yeah, we're next to those scary how do I?
But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, man, just to know that we have to wait till like February 11th. That's the part that's killing me. It's like, damn.
I know for the release.
But I mean, at the same time, a part of me is like, you know what? I'm still having fun with Civ 6. Take your time. You know, I'm already liking what I'm seeing. You know, and take the amount of time you need to like really perfect the final
Yeah.
product. You know,
Yep.
and I feel like from now till February it's a good enough amount of time um, to like really get the game together. Oh, the guy left. Well, still stand on what I just said. um, really great game for anybody who hasn't really played Civ. Like, it's a game worth playing. Um, really fun, very strategic. I always like to call it like a real life chess. You know, involves a lot of strategy, but um, it's definitely a game worth playing if you haven't played it yet. Civ 6 is right now the more recent one, but honestly, any of the Civs you'll have fun with, and would be a great introduction into you playing until Civ 7 comes out. If you're not familiar with the game, if you are, then I mean, you know, then you're just as excited as I am for what we just saw today, and you're just as excited as I am for what's to come.
Dude, what is going? Vega, I'm not really sure what's happening here, man.
You know, you just like dipped out on me.
It's like not only that, and then it's just like this is like frozen for me, so I can't even see you. Like I got hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
I might be backstage real quick again, but like just invite me back in.
All right. Well, I mean, do you have any last words or?
No, well, I'm gonna be in the backstage. Uh, I guess my last words would be, stay civilized. uh, no, but I'm excited too for everything, man. I mean, it doesn't look like I have any. I'm gonna look more into the video. I mean, we'll talk more about it. You know, see what I see, or
Right. Right.
talk about what we see. You know, but so far, man, they definitely delivered, bro. I think they
Yeah.
delivered in our expectation and a little bit more, man. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. So I mean, that being said, I don't know if you caught my. I don't know if you saw how I entered the stream, but um, obviously I had like the two um whatchamacallit, the 2 regular intro videos, but there was like a third intro video that played. That's actually an upcoming song that I got coming out with Emmanuel and Meme and one of our boys, ET, who was supposed to hop on the live, but he's probably more busy than the president these days, so he wasn't able to hop on with us. But that was the song we got coming out. So I figured I'd give you guys a sneak peek. But I want to play it again probably for the outro. And I don't know if I'm feeling good about it. I might just let you guys hear the whole thing. We'll see how I feel as we're leaving out of here. But with that being said, the best way to live it up is to sieve it up. If you're not with it, get with it because it's a great game. That being said, I mean, and for many reasons, let me just say that for many reasons, it's fun, it's educating, it's entertaining. But anyways, that being said, appreciate anybody who was here watching it with us, the homeboys that stopped through and shared some love in the comment section. Hopefully you guys will see more of me. I don't want to make any promises anymore or any plans on how I'm going to move forward with these things. When I go live, I go live. You catch me, you catch me. Let's just do it on that. But music for sure is coming. As always, that's the main thing. From featured songs to just solo songs. My brother Meme, he's got songs coming out in the near future, so stay tuned. Definitely going to be sharing them on all platforms. If you follow me, wherever you follow me, you can find me and him on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, whatever streaming platform you use. You can find us. YouTube channels as well. I'll probably share the links in the description once the video's out there. So just, for anybody who's just like looking for an easy way to just click and go, I'll do that. So yeah, man, just stay tuned for the music. Stay tuned for these spontaneous lives whenever I get the opportunity to go live. And it's I keep forgetting that the camera's up here and I keep looking at the screen, the computer screen. But so yeah, just stay tuned. And we out of here, man. I mean, we got the brother back. So let me make sure he didn't have anything else he had to say because he just did. Did you have anything else you had to say? Because you kind of spontaneously dipped again.
Hello. No, I know it's just because I don't know I don't know what's happening on my phone, but no, best way to live it up is to sieve it up, man. If you don't know what we're talking about, give Civ 6 a try. It's I think it's a friendly for all, like, I guess, types of like newcomers. What I'm saying, and it's definitely that's still a great game for all us Civ players.
Right.
But yeah, but as Mike El Divino, you were saying, man, appreciate you shouting me out or even promoting and helping me. Just with the support, man. Yeah, we got music coming out. I got some music coming out between this week and next week, so just stay tuned. It's definitely something that I've been promoting for a while now, but it's definitely not gonna reach your ears, and you're gonna be able to play it in your own cars, But I've been excited for this project for a while now, so it's like, I really hope everybody enjoys it and vibes with it the way it was intended to vibe with it. Vibe to. But yeah, appreciate it, man, again for having me and for support and promoting.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you stopping by and watching this video with me, man, and breaking it down. I mean, you're definitely obviously one of the people that I go live with when I do play the game, so it only seems right. And obviously we do work on music together, so that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this.
Man, give the people some sneak peek, bro.
But we're gonna give these people some sneak peek, bro.
Don't give him the sneak peek, bro. And that way we get some views on this thing.
Let's go.
Nigga, the boss is back. You know what that means? The tat tat tat. Shot will go off. I'm calling the shots. I am the boss. I'm writing the plots. Who's counting the cost? Providing the knots. You at a loss. Connect with the dots. There's only one God. They casting their lots. Age of AI. Age of the bots. There's plenty who have. Way more have nots. I promise to get it. The work isn't finished. Exhausted, diminished. We rest and replenish. Your boy is a menace. Shout out to Dennis. With a vicious cycle. Can't moonwalk back in time like Michael. Only travel on through time like 5-0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I go psycho. That's my word. Hand on the Bible. I'm no disciple. I'm just a man with plenty of rivals. Plenty of rifles. Plenty of ways to make you crumble, stumble, or stifle. I've said a mouthful. I've seen a knifeful. Times I've been doubtful. Times I'm delightful. Times I know nothing. Times I'm insightful. Times I've been humble from being so prideful. I'm no machine now. I'm no Christ sure. All of these things now. I'm trying to be mindful. Live for the things that I'm willing to die for. I feel the pressure. I felt depression. I have felt lesser. Still learning life lessons. I've shared my treasures. My name's still not mentioned. But life does get better. But when is the question?
Evil intentions in my mind, want to grab the fucking knife. Backstab these niggas back, low-key, I just wanna fight. You know that I'm from the shy, slow creeping up at night. What a little bitch, you know I can see your lies. Nah, man, enough, nah, he proving me right. He ain't ride it down, more like Peter eating pie. Showing up my grind, shoot 'em up like it's for 9. Shoot 'em for the night, shoot 'em off like it's for 9. You get you stupid bitch, I don't wanna talk, I just want to blick right out the dome in the forehead. I pull up, now where's the lick, now where's the lick?
Llama a mí que me quiere ver, que está cansado, es fulano aquel, homie, ten cuidado, no te quiere ver, no la llames más que la tienes estrés. Pídele a Dios que a ti no te cache. La baby se queda conmigo en el apartment. El corillo en el block, tu alma con una Glock. Ya tu pana know what's up, si nos llaman bésalo, que aquí viene el combo. Te traemos la presión, vivimos para la acción, aquí te retamos vos. Me doy un pase y me siento bien, las cosas están al 100, salimos para tener un vacilón. Olvidarnos de lo de ayer, tomando 5-12 con la baby agarrado de la mano. Y fumamos de la OG que nos pone a nosotros bien bellacos.
I feel the pressure. Martial arts, karate, I bust you down like Itachi. Cause you your jitney hachi. Straight kamikaze, I'm talking the bodies as I go straight brawly. Y'all niggas could hardly be me, I'm not part of the sea. I'm part of the sea like Moses. No psychosis, the hocus pocus. I put importance to stay focused. Ignore all the BS on my timeline. I throw a lifeline for those thinking I ain't about mine. Hit you upside your head with a tie iron. Can't be your time if it's my time. The set to be patient, I'm patiently waiting. It's driving me crazy, cause lately the odds that I'm facing is basic and basically tragically hating. Anticipating my fall, they want it all for themselves. So I made the call, no need to stall. I go and get them all off of the shelf. I take affirmative action, I'm blasting and laughing of how you reacting to my satisfaction of cashing injections and Benjis and Wilsons. The life that you always imagined. From the goal, yeah. If you ever see him go, it's Holocaust, the Holy Ghost. Overcome or overflow, yeah. Either way it's overdose. Watch you walk or comatose, penetrating to your soul, yeah. Tit for tat and toe for toe, pound for pound and blow for blow. You would never see me fold, claiming that what you don't know, that is how you get exposed. Left it there with bullet holes.
Leave it alone, promises all day.